Shalom, family.
Shalom.
China wants to rewrite the Bible. Isn't that interesting?
Interesting. Very.
I have an article titled, China May Rewrite the Bible to Include Buddhist Teachings, Songs with Chinese Elements.
So I'm going to go ahead and read some of this article for you because it blows my mind how people who don't want to adhere to the Bible or live by it or any of that, how they want to take it and rewrite it, change it and name it and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article and we're going to get into this. To better control the growth and influence of Christianity, the Chinese government plans to incorporate Buddhist scripture and Confucian teachings into the Bible and edit worship songs to include Chinese characteristics. The head of a persecution watchdog has revealed. The Reverend Bob Fu, founder of the persecution watchdog organization China Aid, told Congress that the three self-patriotic movements and the Chinese Christian Council, China's state-sanctioned Protestant bodies, have developed a 5-year plan on promoting the Sinicization of Christianity. The Christian Post reports. The plan, finalized at a meeting this March, proposes cultivating and implementing the socialist core values and will be supervised by the National Religious Affairs Bureau. Every province, autonomous region, and municipalities, TSPM and CCC, seminaries, and churches will cooperate with it, according to Fu. To Sinicize, bring under Chinese control Christianity, the government plans to retranslate the Old Testament and provide new commentary to the New Testament, Fu revealed.
Isn't that something? They gonna retranslate the Old Testament. You see, this thing is just, I'm gonna tell you what's going on because
And let me say this real quick. And provide new commentary for the New Testament.
So we got a whole new commentary for the New Testament. We're going to change this thing completely around. I'm going to tell you where this is coming from, okay? Through the years, especially over the past, I want to say 80 years, Christianity has kind of invaded China, okay? And so you have a lot of Chinese Christian churches that are kind of underground, and some of their leaders have been thrown in prison as a result of it, right? And so China is kind of feeling a sense of like, man, we've been battling this Christian thing, and it's been hard to really fight it. I tell you what, if you can't beat them, join them. So that's what they're pretty much doing. They say, okay, we're gonna join them. We're gonna join this thing together, and so that way we're gonna keep our Buddha in this whole thing. Yeah.
Now, you know what's amazing to me, what's really blowing my mind right now, is the fact that the Bible is our history book.
Yes.
And so you have people all over the planet who feel like they have a right to translate, reinterpret, and add new commentary to. The Bible clearly tells you not to add or take away from the scripture, but get this though. These people have just totally messed the scripture up so bad to where the original people of the Bible don't even want it. I have people who come on my channel all the time who tell me I need to get rid of that Bible because it belongs to these, they call them white people, right? But as you see in this case, you have the Chinese people trying to take it over too because they have the power to print and reprint and translate and do all of this stuff. They have money oozing out of their ears in which they can just circulate this madness all over the planet if they wanted to.
Yes. The thing that gets me about this whole thing, the scripture's already been mistranslated. It's already been rewritten. It's already been whited out.
Yes.
You want to do more to it? It's like you sit back, you say, man, so we're going to do more to it. So now we're going to incorporate Buddhist teachings. Buddhist? Wait a minute. Buddha. Wait a minute. As I'm trying to understand this, right? Isn't there a commandment that forbids people to worship any other God than Elohim, Yahuwah, our Elohim? Doesn't it also say not to have any graven image like you see little Buddha? Don't it say that, right?
Yes, it does.
So I guess when these let's read that scripture. Let's read that scripture.
Okay. Exodus 20, chapter 20, verses 3 through 4, it says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth."
So I guess when the translators, the Chinese translators get the translators say, "Oh, wait a minute. We got to take out Exodus 20 verses 3 and 4.
Or we're going to give it another meaning.
Yes.
We're going to retranslate it and therefore give you what we want it to say.
Yes.
What we're going to inject our thoughts into your mind through our translation.
Yes. So maybe they'll translate to say, "Thou shalt not have any other God before Buddha.
Who knows?
And thou shalt make unto thee no other graven images other than Buddha."
Who knows?
Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised, because people feel like they have the authority to do this to Yah's word, which is ridiculous to me.
Yes.
This is why the world is just so messed up right now, because wickedness is running rampant.
Yes.
It's running rampant. And so I'm praying right now that Abba Yah would just deliver us out of this mess, because these people have lost their, I can't say cotton picking minds, because that's what we used to do. We used to pick cotton, right? They have lost their rat eating minds.
I'm still tripping out over this. I'm like, they're gonna rewrite it and add Buddhist and Confucius teachings. Man, so if you thought the Bible was chopped up now, it's going to be really chopped. They're going to add new commentaries to the New Testament.
Yes.
Totally new commentaries.
And I can see some of our people that, just are after the wisdom and knowledge of this world. Well, I like to hear everyone's perspective on things. What's wrong with learning another perspective?
Yeah.
I can see some of our people doing that. This ain't about learning no other perspective.
Yeah.
Yah's word is what it is.
It is
and we
what
have
it
a tough
is.
time dealing with these translations that we already have. So why add another one to it?
Why add another one? The problem is this here. The original scriptures, it was something wrong with the original scriptures that they just didn't like. It was the description of the Messiah having hair like lamb's wool and skin like burnished brass
or bronze.
Bronze, yeah.
That was the real
so,
word.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So it's like they look at these scriptures and you see these elements of certain people in the scriptures having locks in their hair and things like this, like, oh.
And their visages being as black as coal. Visage means face, y'all. If your visage is as black as coal, that's black as coal right there. I doubt whether any other race of people on this earth even comes close to that color right there.
That's right.
No other race.
That's
the
right.
Asians don't come close to this color.
That's right.
White folk don't. Latinos, Arabs,
right.
none of them. But you'll find some Africans looking like that all day long.
All day long. So the bottom line is, they don't want a black Messiah and they don't want a black Israelites. They said, no, we want them to be any color. They could be white, they could be Arab, they could be what they call olive green.
Olive. Well, they don't say olive green. They say he was an olive skin tone. You can tell that this is just something that's been parroted all around the planet. Now, olives come in two colors. You got black and you got green. And then sometimes they look a little brownish, but I've never seen a white olive.
Never. You know? And so now we're going to have a Chinese Messiah. Interesting, huh?
Very interesting. This is not a have it your way book. This is our history book.
Yes, it
is. And real soon, the Most High Yah, God as you call him, he's about to set the record straight.
Yeah, he's going to set the record straight. And this whole thing is just so... I guess, man, everybody's looking at the scripture now. When you look at the Quran, it's obvious evidence that they took the Quran and from the scriptures. But everybody's been doing. They've been already doing it. Matter of fact, all of the narratives of some of the things that happened in the Old Testament, they have a flood that happened in Hinduism, Buddhism. In almost every religion there's a flood. You see, and so this is really just a strange thing that they're actually just trying to. Here's another translation. It's like, man, how many translations do we need? Interesting, huh? Wow. Well, I got a scripture. I want to close this with this scripture here. And I want those of you out there, okay, the but want to translate the scripture, rewrite it, shall I say, to fit your own beliefs. I got a warning for you, right? This is in Revelations. This is what it says here. Okay, this is Revelations chapter 22, verse 18 and 19. It says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add to these things, Elohim shall add unto him the plagues that are written there in this book. And if any man take away from the words of this book, of this prophecy, Elohim shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book." Wow. Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to rewrite the scriptures? Are you sure you want to take away some things? Are you sure you want to totally edit and add your own commentaries to the New Testament? Wow. Are you sure you want to do that? Well, on that note, I'm going to say shalom.
Shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.